As a way to help keep track of the different people who work at different companies, I developed this companies page. Now, quite simply, just saying the name of the company is one way to do that. Now, of course, you can choose the industry, how big the company is. So here's some demographic data you can store about the company, as well as a DBA if they're doing business under another name besides the name that you're putting here. So I can store this company. Now, clicking on the company then takes me into the company file where you see another document upload here. So I can store documents about this particular company. Maybe it's a rate sheet or a flyer or an image of a business card that I have for somebody who works there. It could be anything that you want to store about this company. You can see here you can have up to 3 DBAs, actually names that they go by. The website, now be sure to only put the part that comes after the www, and you'll see here after you save that, now this go link will take me directly to that website. Down here on the bottom right, you'll see add contact. What this allows me to do is add a contact to this particular company that I'm storing information about. And this is useful because if you're in that company's file and you see the names of multiple people who work there, that helps you keep track of all the different people. I know a lot of times I call a company like QuickBooks. I may deal with 3 or 5 or 10 different people there, and it's nice to be able to store their information, their phone number, their extension, notes about them. But then if I'm in any one of the files for a particular person, I can also see other people who work at that company. So if I were to add a contact here, and I save this contact, you'll see it saves it down here. Now if I go into Joe's file, on the Details tab at the bottom, do you see Other Contacts Who Work At? And down here you would see the list of other people who work at that company. So that's useful for this Companies tab, and then of course when you click on this you'll see the most recent companies that you were working in. Now this Lists tab is not going to be something that a lot of people will know what to do with initially, because right now there's no list here. But under the admin menu, we do have company data, and this is where we create these lists. And these are essentially demographic data about the company. So let's say that you want to store information about a particular type of company that you work with. Maybe it's electricians. Okay, and so you want to store the information about electricians where you want to know, let's say, where they went to school. Okay, so you can store this data about them, and then maybe I also want to know what county they work in. So I can now have as many data points as I want to store about this company. So if I'm in the company file and I click on Lists and I choose this electrician and say Add, now see it just made another tab called Electricians, and when I click on that now, what should be happening, I see isn't happening right now, it's a bug, but by the time you get to this it will, is those fields that I stored are then here for me to be able to store that data. Okay, so if I save this and I go anywhere else and I come back to this company, click on it and click on Electricians, you see that it's stored those data points about that company. So you can customize the data that you're storing about the companies using the Company Data tab, and then when you're in the company, the List tab. Now if you don't want that one, you just click Remove. It's going to take that data away.